the most basketball improvement in the least amount of time. I'm Tony. Welcome back to Streetball Strategies. So today we're talking about trying to improve as fast as you can in the smallest amount of time possible. And I've broken down the way to do this in 3 main components. So number 1, the first and foremost component to how to improve as fast as you can in the smallest amount of time is repetitions. It's actually showing up, actually putting in the work. And while, yes, that's obvious, the reason I bring it up is because when I talk about talent on this channel, what I'm talking about is athletic talent, basketball talent, whatever it may be. One of the biggest parts and aspects to being talented is the ability to learn and adjust and adapt to new skills and abilities faster than other people. And this channel is intended for those of us who have lower, below average athletic skill and ability. So that means for us as lower talented players, it's going to take more repetitions for us to achieve the same level of skill or ability that average talented players would be able to do out here on the basketball court. Because we have to put in more repetitions equals more time. It's going to take us longer to achieve the same skill level, ability level as the average player. That's why last week when we talked about routines and how important they are, that's why it's so important to develop and have routines that allow you to use your time most efficiently, so you can get in the most amount of repetitions into the smallest amount of time possible. It's all about using your time wisely and efficiently. Secondly is effort, and you could substitute the word quality here instead of effort, but what I'm talking about is, let's take the example of shooting 3-pointers, trying to become a better 3-point shooter. So you come out to the court and you're going to shoot as many 3-pointers as quickly as you can so that you can improve as quickly as you can by getting those reps in. So you start shooting and now you're just throwing up shots, rushing shots, trying to get as many up as you possibly can. And these of course are low quality, trash, garbage shots that you're just throwing at the rim because you want to get your reps in. Maybe you're doing that on purpose, maybe you're doing it unconsciously without even thinking about it, but whatever the case may be, stop right now. My policy is that the reps don't count unless they're good to high quality. Because when you're putting up low quality shots, not only are you not actually making any progress or improvement, you're actually teaching your brain to do the wrong thing. When you're shooting in ways that you will never do in a game, when you're practicing things that you will never do in a way that you would never perform in a game, and you're doing it at a much lower quality than you would be doing in game, you're only teaching your brain and your mind to do the wrong things when you're actually performing and competing in game. You can't practice bad habits while you're training, working out, practicing, and then just decide that in the actual games and actual competition, when people are actually watching you, that you'll do the right thing, you'll perform the right way in actual competition. But in the meantime, in practice, you're going to put up low quality reps just to get the repetitions in. You can't take shortcuts in basketball. It will not work that way. I have 30 years of experience out here on the court. I've tried everything. I've done the low quality rep thing. It doesn't work. You'll just be wasting your time with those low quality reps, and then you'll realize that at the end that you wasted all this time, you have no new skill or ability, you have no improvement, so you just have to go back and do everything all again, this time more slowly with better, higher quality repetitions. The third component to getting the most improvement in the smallest amount of time is by having consistency, being consistent. This means doing the same version, the same kinds of things over and over again on a regular basis. So if you decide that you're going to come out to the park, you're going to put in a good hour and a half of high quality 3-point shooting, and you get that work in and done one day, but then you don't do it again for 3 to 5 weeks or so, well, good that you came out here and did that work and got that hour, hour and a half in, but I would say it's more efficient, time efficient, more consistent for you to, instead of having that hour to hour and a half once every whenever a few weeks, that it's better to do like half an hour once or twice a week. Current scientific evidence shows that the best way, the fastest, most effective way, efficient way to learn a new skill or ability is to train it, practice it, repeat it at least once to twice a week. While you can make improvements training more often, say 5 days a week or every day, while that can make you have more improvements, potentially it's not going to be exponentially more. If you go from shooting 3-pointers for an hour a day every 2 or 3 weeks compared to once or twice a week for half an hour, you do get exponential growth and progress and improvement there, but you only get a little bit more when you go beyond once or twice a week. And of course, you don't have to do the same training or practicing or workout or whatever it may be every single time. You can just do certain versions of the same general principle that you're trying to improve upon. But if you want to get the most out of it, the quickest, you should try to strive for having a routine whereas you can do that thing once to twice a week. That is how to get the most basketball improvement in the least amount of time. It's all about getting your routines as tight and efficient as possible to get the most work in the smallest amount of time possible. So thank you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful, that's great. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Everybody subscribe. Everybody that does, everybody that has, know that I realize this is a small YouTube channel and a very obscure channel at that, so everybody that does subscribe, I really do appreciate it. Also, make sure you like, comment, share, hit that notification button so you're notified of whenever any of my videos come out. And until then, I'll see you guys next week.
I'm making movements, 'cause time ain't stopping. Scratch what they told you, that sound like gossip. That's an illusion, I'm not a part of. I turn confusion into a party. I keep it moving.